Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Vince and Ross Get Canceled. It's been a couple of weeks. We're a couple of busy guys, but it is very good to be back with you. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good.
How's your week been?
Pretty busy. I've been, just working, but I'm pretty overwhelmed with what's been going on.
We've been out of town. We had a couple of shows, but it is, like I said, good to be back with you guys. We had a different show lined up once we got back in town, but instead something dramatic just happened. Actually, something pretty wild just happened, and it has basically got everybody in the world talking. And let's go ahead and check out what that is.
Oh, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Did you see how he turned his head at the exact moment? Holy shit.
Thank goodness for all the men in the Secret Service. They all basically barricaded him, which is awesome.
Could you imagine being there, like right behind him? Some of those people don't even look scared. I guess they're just that surprised. Or they're just that desensitized. They're just like, oh shit, another mass shooter. Ooh, shooters down. Yeah, they blew his freaking brains out.
Let me get my shoes.
Let me get my shoes.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on, your head is bloody.
So we got to move to
Can't leave your shoes behind, man. Pay a lot of money for my kicks.
Watch out.
His resilience is
Jesus
amazing.
Christ.
Yeah, man, you just almost got...
Wow. What? Look at that. Look at that. The bullet whizzing by his head. First of all, look at that picture. Look at that picture. Whoever took that picture.
Right, and I was reading the bullshit that I've been reading. That there are people saying that, no, it's AI, it's fake, it's all staged.
No,
There's a lot of footage that I've seen that's from different angles of people.
From the grassy knoll.
Yeah, whether it's the grassy knolls or yeah, exactly.
No, I don't think it's fake. Number one, he definitely got shot.
Well, it was a sloped rooftop.
Number two, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Number two, I definitely don't think that he was in on it. There's no way that he would go along with like, I'll just take a little nick off my ear and make me look cool. There's no way that anybody, there's no way that you would go along with someone like doing that. So I don't think that's it. If you're gonna start talking conspiracies, what I would say is, I don't know. I'm leaning. It's kind of an in between. I'm in between whether this is like intentional or just gross negligence. Like I kind of believe that this is along the line of gross negligence. People have gotten so lax about everything. I mean, think about it this way. You can go into a grocery store and just about jack whatever you want to and just walk the fuck out and nobody gives a shit. It's like nobody cares about anything anymore. Cops don't give a shit. Oh, if you speed, I got a fucking speeding ticket. They cared about that, goddamn it. They don't care about anything else, you know?
We were driving to the rock concert.
Right.
Yeah, but...
The cop was kind of cool. I mean, he was kind of cool, I guess.
He was way cool.
They're always way cool as they're giving you a ticket. But they could be giving you more.
Of course.
Because they're being cool.
But I could tell.
He's not giving you more because he's being cool. No, I'm serious. If he's out there. If he's out there, it was cool of him to not give us all the tickets he could have given me. But it's still like $265, so the link to my GoFundMe is down below. I'm kidding. But seriously, if you want to donate to my GoFundMe.
I mean, whether you are a Trump fanatic or you hate the existence of who he is, he showed just heroic. I know that word is right. Whatever.
Or just stubborn bastard.
Right.
Just
His
a stubborn asshole.
His resilience is very admirable, whether you like the guy or not.
A rash has resilience.
I'm just saying that is insane.
I'm not bad. Look,
If you got that
he's
bullet,
bashing Trump. Look. If you know me,
I'm not bashing. I'm
not bashing Trump, and I'm
super amazed by
his
I mean,
luck.
I guess his character.
His luck.
His character.
His character.
Yeah, you know.
He's like a game show host. Well, no, he's more like a sitcom.
Or a lot of people would say that, oh, he's got this addiction to that everyday persistence of, you know, he's always wanting it to be fun. He's always about it being a fun party or what makes.
He does make me laugh. I know that, and
You hear that, like, oh, he just.
You know, our
wants to
friends
make-
are gonna get mad that we said that.
Said what?
That he makes us laugh. He makes me laugh, dude.
A lot. I find a lot of things funny, but.
I know.
But Trump is definitely.
You don't have to agree with something to laugh at something. Like I laugh at a lot of shit, dude. Because what else am I gonna do? I have to laugh at shit. If not, I will fucking rip my hair out.
Yeah.
So I choose to laugh,
Humor.
or I've gotten at least
Humor is medicine, and
I don't punch holes in the wall.
This is beyond humor.
I've done it,
But,
I've learned the hard way. You know, if you hit a stud, whew, that shit ain't funny, dude. Punching holes in the wall is all cool and shit until you hit a stud. Especially one of these old ass houses where it's like, fuck. You will learn quick. Do not do that. Do not do that. No, I don't punch holes in walls. Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah. That should be a one time that you.
Yeah,
your teams,
exactly.
A one time
Idiot.
thing
Punch a
that
hole
you were
wall.
like, all right, we get it. You lost your cool. That's
Yeah, I've had, dude.
Move on.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I don't do that kind of stupid shit. I laugh. I laugh at stuff that makes me mad. I laugh at. When I fuck up, I laugh. I laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that I'm taking it too lightly or that I'm not taking it serious enough. Where it's like, well, how you laugh about something like that? Because what the fuck am I gonna do?
No,
You
that's
know?
what I was saying. That like humor is medicine, but this is beyond humor.
Yeah. No, this ain't
Where
funny, dude.
This is huge. This is
Speaking of humor, I
this
also
is history.
it's not.
Like I was reading and it was a list basically already saying, oh, Trump is in the list of assassinated presidents, attempted
I've seen that.
assassinations.
We're sure the ones that were attempted and the one where they succeeded, and where they didn't.
It really put a stamp on my age.
There's a couple that they
Just
failed. They
the
failed.
The times.
They tried to kill Reagan when I was a little boy, and they hit him, but they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months later, he was doing a rally or a speech, and like a balloon popped, and he was like, "You missed me," and went back to what he was saying, and everybody was like, "Yay!" Like he didn't give a shit, you know, like he was, you know.
It's crazy too, and this is where it gets really deep. It's gonna get deep right here because I remember in high school, I remember doing the whole. It was a article that I was doing. It was a history class. That's what it was, and the article was on Gerald Ford, and Gerald Ford was also. They also tried to assassinate him, but he had a case where it was some psychotic woman who was a Charles Manson, pretty much. Her name
Really?
was Squeaky Fromm, I think is her name.
She tried to kill. Gerald Ford.
I mean,
I know that name.
I don't know the perfect story of it, but it basically goes where she missed. Her gun didn't go off, and then 17 days later, he got a second attempted assassination.
Two of them.
So it was
They want a motherfucker dead, dude.
when this came out with the Trump, I immediately thought about that. I'm like, oh man, I remember that.
Do you think they'll try it again?
That's what's so crazy about it.
I hope not. I mean, that. First of all, let's just clarify. We don't condone any
Exactly.
violence to any politicians at any time.
In the sense that if it was Biden, you'd be
I
like,
wouldn't want that
that
either.
That is insane.
No, yeah. No matter who you
Does
disagree with or how bad you just hate somebody or they
Exactly.
annoy you, they do not
Whether
do
it comes
not
down to the
deserve to be
political-
assassinated.
the political realm, or hey, we're humanity, we're human beings
Yeah.
here.
No, vote them out.
You're,
There's a few politicians that I cannot stand, but I don't want anything bad to happen to them other than they get voted out. And that way they can no longer do damage to society. They can go fuck their own life up for all I care, but they need to stop being in a position where they can fuck it up for the rest of us. And the last thing that I want is any harm to come to them, but the first thing that I want is for them to get their asses voted out of where they are. Because I do believe in democracy, even though America is not a democracy, it is a constitutional republic. For some reason, I just had to do that. Republic. No, for some reason.
intense.
I know, this is a very intense episode. This is a very intense episode. But you know what I'm saying? People throw that around, and democracy is great, except people forget pure democracy is basically mob rule. So if everybody hates you and you're innocent, well, you're fucked in a pure democracy because they all vote. That's it. We're hanging your ass out to dry. In a constitutional republic, you have rights that supersede everybody hating you. So nobody wants to hear what you got to say, but you have the freedom of speech. You have a right to speak in court. You have a right to know what you're being charged with. You have a lot of rights that cannot be taken away just because the rest of us don't like you.
And that's you get shunned upon. Where you're like, all right, you're Mr. taking the higher moral ground or whatever. You're like, no, but that's meaning to people's life. Where you're like, well, my meaning is doing good, and
Well, being fair.
whether
That's
you
what
call
I try
it
to
fair,
do. I try to
doing
be
good,
fair
or,
about things.
I'm a good human being. I'm not gonna hurt somebody else.
Well, being fair kind of sucks. If you think about it, fair sucks. And why do I say that? I'll tell you why. Because fair means that nobody gets a discount. Everybody pays the same price. Everybody follows the same rules. You don't get to get in because you know somebody. That's not fair. And nobody likes that. Everybody likes to have a little bit better. They like to have like an advantage, or like, oh, I get to jump ahead in line, or I know the guy. Right? But that's not really fair.
One of the things.
So fair kind of sucks.
One of the things that I'm watching on here was through Alex Jones, so I'm kind of regurgitating what he was saying. But one of the things was, how did they not catch that? The rooftop, where if you look at the angles, it wasn't that far away from it. But
You know what they should do? They should deputize.
what I'm getting at it is that I was always fascinated in movies like the CIA.
How they didn't catch him?
Movies where it was what?
First of all, that's horseshit.
The Charlie's Angels
That's
group
horseshit.
that was happening. I don't know.
I'm sure there are some black ops, like super coordinated task force out there that exist, but the idea that your standard police unit is like tip-top fucking shape and they're all coordinated is horseshit. And I mean, I don't mean to knock on any. I support our forces. I mean, I support law enforcement.
That's what I was saying.
A
Delusionally,
cop
that's
can
how
be
I
a
see it,
prick,
where-
but we need police. So that's where I stand on police. I do support us having a police system. Of course, police are just humans, and a human being can be flawed, obviously, make mistakes, and be, corrupt. But that doesn't mean get rid of the police force. I do believe in having a regulated police force.
Yeah.
So I do believe in that. That being said, we can't just gung-ho it around here. You know what I'm saying? I do think that what we could do is, how about this? Imagine they deputize. Why didn't they do this? Think of this. At this rally, there was a bunch of local guys there that like knew the area, and they're all drinking beer in the back and hanging out. And they're the first ones that saw this guy climbing up on the roof. What if they deputized a couple of these cats? Like, imagine they went, like, wherever they scouted out, like, okay, we're going to do our rally here. They should scout that out and go there a couple of days ahead of time and just find out, like, hey, are there any volunteers that would like to just be deputized? And you can't drink, but you can walk around with like a fucking walkie-talkie or walkie-talkie in the 80s with yourself or whatever. and you can contact us if you see anything suspicious. Help be part of the Secret Service. That should be a program. Imagine the Secret Service deputized a few people every time they went to these events, and then those people would be like, well, the Secret Service are smart, but I grew up here, so I know that tree over there is in line of this that these guys may not know about.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And plus, then you could go and tell your buddies, man, I got deputized by the Secret Service. That'd be a pretty cool program. And you wouldn't even have to pay anybody. People would do this shit for free. That's a genius.
From the
Tell me
videos,
that's not a good idea.
It is genius. Like I said, that's clever. But from the videos that I was watching, I don't know what happened.
It was like 86 something. It was like 80 something seconds where people were. I saw the video. I should have cropped it for this. The video, if you guys can look it up, it literally shows multiple people pointing, saying, "Hey, there's a fucking guy over there in the roof. There's a guy on the roof," and then they swing the camera up there with the phone, and then you can see the dude climbing up there, and he's got a fucking rifle in his hand, and they're like, "Hey!" and they're yelling to the cops. Meanwhile, the cops are over there just like waving back, like, "Yeah, whatever."
From the video that I saw, I could be wrong or the video could be false, but I think it was about 2 minutes before the actual shots happened.
When he was up there.
So,
yeah, I think it was like 80 something, 90 seconds, something like that. You know, and then pop.
Yeah.
Look, let's check it out. You see, watch, check it out.
Well, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And
The barn.
Watch his head.
wanna really
barn
see
drive
something
back.
Look,
that's
watch
said,
right there.
Take a look at what happened.
Right there, you see that right there? You saw that? As soon as he turned his head is when the first shot was. Bam! And you know what they say? They say that if you can hear the fucking shot, it's already gone by because of bullets fly faster than the speed of light. So that shot went by before you heard that. So the immediately moment that he did like that is when that fucker came whizzing by. And then you heard the shot right then and there. That is absolutely amazing. Like, imagine he wouldn't have done it at that moment. We would have seen his fucking brains blown out on the right there live on TV. And that would have been like and over again, like JFK. How many times has the JFK assassination been replayed? 1 billion fucking times, probably more than that. We would have seen that happen. It would have been everywhere, just brains right there. This picture would have been brains coming out.
You think they're gonna make him like a Pope mobile, where it's all a shield?
I think. I think they'd want to.
I think that after this, or it's going to be different.
I think people will tell him to do
protection.
that, but I think he's such a fucking
I just think in terms of protection,
showman that he's gonna be like, nah, fuck that. I'm going out there.
protection and protecting the politicians and that. So whether it's Trump or
Well, I'll tell you what. I guarantee you that all of them out there, every politician out there, squirmed a little bit. Even the ones that don't like Trump are like, damn, these motherfuckers are getting heated up. And that's right. We want to say that. We're going to go on to the next topic here. But before we go, talking and having fun and having a few beers and laughs and shits and giggles is one thing. But when you start really getting flamed up and you start telling people that this person's a Nazi or that person's going to destroy the world.
we try to assassinate.
You don't know.
You try to character assassinate
Exactly.
somebody, and then you try every form. Well, this is where we're at.
You may be gearing somebody up to do something really, really horrible. So be careful about the rhetoric. I hate that fucking word. That's the word, rhetoric. Be careful about talking your shit. It's talking shit is what it is. That's what I grew up and it was called talking shit. Bro, he's talking shit over here. And people are talking shit. And hey, I'm not telling you to like the guy. I'm not telling you to hate the guy because I don't give a fuck. I don't like the guy or hate the guy. He just makes me laugh. I'm not a Trump supporter. Didn't vote for him. Not going to vote. Don't care. That being said, he doesn't deserve to get exterminated, assassinated, murdered. That's fucking crazy. If you don't like him, vote against him. And let's have it. Let's have a true democratic decision. Even though, like I said, constitutional republic, but let's democratically vote him out. If you don't like him, vote him out. Don't murder the guy. It's crazy. That is insane. Okay, let's go on to the next topic, which is our weekly. I know. How do you end that? There really isn't a transition to go from this to our next topic. We're going from the assassination attempt of Donald Trump to
Gerald
the
Ford.
Hottie of the week.
Gerald Ford.
That's just an abrupt change. And DJ terms, that's what you call a
Hottie
dump.
of the week.
Hottie of the week. Oh my God! Now this is some low-hanging fruit. We would apologize, but a dear friend of mine said, "Hey, stop apologizing. You guys should just hey." Jonathan told us to stop apologizing. I want to put him out there, but he did. He was like, "You guys should stop apologizing." So we're not going to apologize.
I read up on
yes, this is low-hanging fruit,
What's her name?
but everybody knows who it is. Haley Welch. Is it Welch?
I think so. Haley something.
Something like that. Swelch or Welch or who knows? But she seems like a pretty cool girl to hang out with.
I read up on this. Yeah.
This is low-hanging fruit.
It is. It's
We should be above this. We're not, but we should be above this.
I mean, her merch is selling pretty good.
We should be ashamed.
Maybe. Well, her merchandise.
Because yes, I don't want to offend any of the females out there. There are much more talented women out there that deserve to be on the Vincent Ross Get Canceled Hottie of the Week.
There was a couple of videos of there was a couple of girls that were like, "This isn't fair. Like, what the fuck? Why does she makes all these?"
Right.
And people were like, "Oh."
And we got some
like,
fan mail
jealous,
from women who were jealous of why they weren't
Don't be jealous.
considered to be Hottie of the Week, and we're still considering you. So send your videos in,
don't be
and
jealous.
if there's any suggestions of our viewers of potential Hotties of the Week, please either send it in or leave your comments down below. Who do you think
Good for her.
is a
Good for
potential Vincent Ross Get Canceled Hottie of the Week? All right. Now on to our final story of the day, which kind of ties into the first story. That's what you call a turnaround. Turnaround. All right, here we go. That is this.
Their Australian tour after making a joke about the shooting of the former US President Donald Trump. Band member Kyle Gass made the joke while on stage in Sydney on Sunday. Here it was.
Make a wish, kid. Oh my God. Don't miss Trump next time.
Well, Jack Black has announced that he feels it is inappropriate to continue the rock duo's tour. He said on Instagram last night,
Damn, he
blindsided
canceled his
by
fucking
what was
tour.
said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone
is just
hate
a
speech or
tribute.
encourage political violence in any form.
You know,
After much reflection,
Hey, well,
I no
you know
longer
what?
feel
It's
appropriate
it's
to
inevitable.
continue the Tenacious D
You know.
tour, and all future
You
creative
can't
plans
blame
are on
people for
hold.
feeling how they're gonna
Kyle
feel,
Gass
you know.
apologised for the joke on Instagram.
What he said-
The line I improvised Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate.
it was rotten,
dangerous,
but I
and
mean,
a terrible mistake.
come on.
I don't condone violence in any
it was.
kind.
Kyle
It was
Gass.
rotten.
Form
It was
against
rotten.
anyone.
Kyle Gass.
What happened
And
was a
timing.
tragedy,
With
and I'm
comedy, it's
incredibly
timing,
sorry
dude.
for my severe lack of judgment.
Timing. When it comes to comedy, I'm just gonna go back to my man getting fucking smoked almost
Right.
here. Almost smoked. When it comes to comedy, it's all about timing. I've learned that. How do I know? Because I have myself am very guilty of laying some whoppers on stage. There's been many times where I've tried in between songs to kind of yuck it up a little bit, and it's been just kind of like wah wah. I look back at Sean like, play me out, Sam. You know, one of those kind of deals. There's been a couple of times where he's, just kind of lets me flop a little bit there. I think he gets a kick out of that. They're kind of like halfway yucking it up.
I think so. Yeah, he has fun.
It is. No, it's fun, and I get it. Like, in between songs, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot going on. I'm not in any way placing myself on the same level as Jack Black or anybody like that. But even in our band, we play venues, and there's been times where there's a good amount of people there, and in between songs, I'll try to like yuck it up a little bit, or I'll think I say something funny.
It's always exciting
and I
when you-
don't really get a good response. But this is why we totally steer clear of political stuff. Like, we don't get political on stage. I don't do that. We don't do that because people aren't there for that. They're there to have fun. They want to dance. They want to move around and enjoy themselves.
That's what I was gonna say. That for me, it's always exciting seeing people there, just there,
Yeah, and have fun.
having a good time. They showed up. That's cool.
And I do respect everybody. Well, let me state this correctly. I respect that everybody has their own opinion.
Right.
You can't say you respect everybody's opinion because some opinions you just don't agree with. So if you don't agree with it, you're not respecting it. But you respect the person has an opinion and they're right to have that opinion.
And Saturday is the complete satanic extreme of
What
just the insanity of where we're at.
Saturday?
Trump.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you were saying
Going
to
back,
come.
going-
Do. What more is gonna happen? Christ.
No, we are in.
Fuck.
We are in World War V, I think. If we want to get the War of the Mind. No, but yeah, this overwhelmed me.
We're basically trying to get canceled, so we can talk about World War III. We can talk about that. I think that's one of those things you can't say. You can't say rape. You can't say killed. You can't say sexual assault. You can't say murdered. You can't say. There's so many things you can't say. It's fucking ridiculous. You can say fuck. You can say cunt. You can say this guy's a fucking pussy. But you can't say.
But can you say that people should be like slow down and be more cautious?
You could say that.
Your surroundings
Of your right wing fucking views.
I don't mean it. I don't even mean it that way. I know people exist in that pendulum.
You're allowed to say certain things against certain people.
I mean it literally like.
But you're not allowed to say those same things against other people, which is bullshit.
Some shamanic.
And that's what I'm talking about.
We're like, well, you just take it easy, man.
Yeah.
Because people are fighting at the grocery store. The chaos is just it's just you're seeing it live.
We should do a violence episode. What do you guys think about us doing a violence episode? I've got a bunch of videos I've saved
it really
about
put a
violence
stamp on my age.
that just is like, what is going on nowadays? Hopefully we are getting a little better with these. We're hoping to reach some more topics that you guys like. Leave some suggestions in the comments. I've got a lot of videos that I save off of X and YouTube and everything else out there. I'm also on Clapper now. Have you heard of that? Clapper. I'm not even getting, I should be endorsed by these guys, but there's a new, it's like Instagram. It's called Clapper. But the algorithm hasn't figured me out yet, so it's not putting all the shit that pisses me off yet. That's what they do. They put the stuff that pisses you off so that you'll interact, you'll get mad, and you'll be like, fuck you assholes. And that's how they get you. That's why I can't be on Instagram anymore, because it drives me fucking insane. I'm losing my fucking marbles, dude.
That's what I mean. Just staying calm.
And breathing.
Yeah, exactly. Breathe, you know. Listen to Dark Side of the Moon. And slow down. Calm down.
We're gonna get canceled, dude. Because if we don't get canceled, then what the fuck are we doing this for? For having a free mind.
It's crazy.
Speaking freely.
You're
Pissing
getting all
everybody off.
George Orwell. But no, this is crazy. This is...
Homie, we entered George Orwell like 3 years ago.
Remember they tried also assassinating George...
This is like 1985,
they
the
tried,
fucking sequel.
Well, they tried assassinating George H.W. Bush. And then from that...
Well, he was a prick. I'm just kidding, my God. We don't condone fucking violence.
But did you know this? Yeah,
but he was a prick. No, I'm sure every president has had attempts.
Remember Clinton?
But when they fire a fucking bullet and it wings his ear, that's pretty friggin' close.
Well, they tried getting Bush.
I'm sure people talk about it all the time. I'm sure that we never even hear about 90% of the attempts or the assassinated plots or any of the shit they find out. They just don't tell us.
Oh, yeah.
And we never know. But this is like
I was saying earlier.
Fuck on air.
Like I was saying earlier, Gerald Ford, Squeaky Fromm, I think is her name. She
sounds like a porn.
She went to prison for 34 years.
Are you sure it's not a porn?
They released her in like 2007. I think they released her. So if this attempted Trump assassinate, would they let this guy out? He was a 20-year-old. He was a 20-year-old.
Oh, he'd be done, dude. He would be in prison rest of his life.
He was in a Black Rock commercial.
Oh, actually, no. They let out what's his fucking name? The guy who tried to kill. They let somebody out recently. I forget. It was either the guy who did kill I think they let the guy out who tried to kill Ronald Reagan. Didn't they recently let his ass out a few years ago? And he's making fucking music or some shit. I could be wrong.
Wow, no.
I think I'm getting my dudes mixed up. I'm gonna do some research here.
Well, I know for a fact that
They let somebody out.
Squeaky from who tried killing Gerald Ford is still alive.
Did they let her ass out?
She's still alive.
Is she out or is she in prison?
I think she is out.
She's out. Do we have her at? Can we look her up?
I do
Is
not
she
know.
on Instagram? Is she on
I don't
X?
know. I don't give a shit.
Is she on serialkillers.com or some
I
shit?
just remember doing this in high school.
What does she look like nowadays?
I have no idea. But she has a story where she was basically her mom kicked her out or some shit. And then
Maybe she
Charles
deserved to be kicked
Charles Manson was coming out of the bus. And that's how she met him.
Oh.
And Charles Manson apparently looked at her and goes like, your parents just kicked you out. And she goes, oh my God, how do you know? Yeah.
Yikes, dude. She looks like a toad.
Yeah.
She's red hair.
People idolize.
Yep,
this-
that's how you know
this
she's
girl.
evil. She's one of them fucking
People
gingers.
idolize
She's
her.
a ginger.
Well, she's a Charles Manson.
She's a ginger.
She's a Charles Manson cult victim. Charles Manson.
How many cults were like? You know, I'd like to find out what the percentage of
Well, that's what's-
cult members have red hair.
Damn. Gingers have souls. No, but I'm sorry for cutting you off, man. But this is intense because when she tried killing Gerald Ford, and then 17 days later they tried doing it again. So with Trump, that whole saying, "Oh, it's bound to happen again."
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So Secret Service, I'm sure they got a
That would
plan.
be balls.
They have to have the best. I just took a security class, which was amazing. But
well,
it
you
was,
saw that one chick.
It was a security training class that I took at work, and
I'm not trying to sound sexist, but the one female Secret Service agent who's there looking like she's fumbling around, like where the hell is she at?
the one that she took on the whole precinct. She said, "Oh, just a couple precincts."
Oh boy.
Well, that's nothing.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I did read about that.
Well, anyway, this has been an exciting episode. This really has. And like I said, we love making these when we can. We try to get tumors around as much as possible. The more you guys support us, the more we are able to make these videos. So please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And if you got anything you want us to talk about, put it in the comments. Doesn't matter what it is, we will discuss it. Because that's what we want. We want to hang out with you guys and talk about topics that nobody else on YouTube will touch. And we'll say it. If somebody was accused of rape or sexual assault, or they were murdered or they were killed, we'll say it. We're not going to beat around the bush. And until YouTube cancels us, we'll be here. And then when they do cancel us, we'll be on X and we'll explain why we got canceled. So until that happens, we're going to keep on chugging along and talk about the subjects you want to hear about, no matter how gruesome they are. So everybody, thank you for watching Vince and Ross get canceled. And as always,
Be good to each other and stay rocking.
that's right.
Vince and Ross get canceled.
Is everybody out there nuts?
I don't know who these jokers are.
The whole world gone crazy!
Don't make me come down there.
Hey guys, if you're in the Portland area, come check us out. Die Robot's anniversary show. We're playing at the Star Theater downtown Portland on August 25th.
We'll be playing with Fear of Dissolving.
We'll put the link down below, so pick up some tickets and we hope to see you there.